Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dreams Speak English. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jack. Hi, Sarah. Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Thank you for joining us. Today, we have a really exciting topic, one that can change the way you learn English forever. We're going to talk about how to train your brain to speak in English, how to practice listening, and how to start thinking in English, not just translating from your own language.
That's right, Sarah. This is something every English learner wants to do. Maybe you felt stuck before. Maybe you know a lot of words, but when you try to speak, your mind goes blank. Or maybe you always translate in your head before you say anything. If that sounds like you, don't worry. You're not alone. Today, we'll show you how to break that habit and start thinking in English step by step.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect. This is a journey, and every small step you take is progress. We'll share real stories, easy tips, and simple conversations to help you train your brain and feel more confident every day.
Before we start, if you enjoy learning with us, please subscribe to Dream Speak English, give this episode a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. We love reading your comments, so tell us, do you ever find yourself translating in your head? What helps you think in English?
Let's get started. Jack, can I ask you a question? When you first started learning English, did you always translate in your head?
Oh, absolutely, Sarah. When I was a beginner, I always thought in my own language first. I would hear a question in English, quickly translate it in my mind, think of the answer in my language, and then try to translate it back to English. It was slow and sometimes confusing. I made a lot of mistakes, and sometimes I just stayed quiet because I was afraid of saying the wrong thing.
I know exactly what you mean. I had the same problem when I was learning Spanish. I wanted to speak, but my brain was always busy translating. It made me feel nervous and slow. But over time, I learned some tricks to help my brain start thinking in the new language. And that's what we want to share with you today.
That's right. The first thing to remember is that it's normal to translate at the beginning. Your brain is used to your first language, so it wants to use it as a tool. But if you want to speak English more fluently, you need to help your brain make new connections, so English words and ideas come to you naturally, without always going through your first language.
Let's talk about why this happens. When you learn a new language, your brain is like a busy city. There are lots of roads, but the roads for your first language are big and fast. The roads for English are small and new. Every time you practice, you make those English roads a little bigger and a little faster. Soon, your brain will start to use those roads first.
That's a great way to think about it, Sarah. And the more you use English, the easier it gets. But you have to practice in the right way. So let's share some tips for training your brain to think in English.
Tip number 1. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Listen to English music, watch English videos, read simple stories, and talk to yourself in English. The more you hear and use English, the more your brain will get used to it.
Tip number 2. Start with simple things. For example, when you wake up in the morning, try to name the things you see in English. Bed, pillow, window, light. When you get dressed, think, I am putting on my shirt. I am wearing blue jeans. These small sentences help your brain connect English words to real things, not just translations.
Tip number 3. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are a sign that you're trying. If you make a mistake, just keep going. Your brain learns from every mistake, and you will get better with practice.
Tip number 4. Practice thinking in English, not just speaking. For example, when you are walking or waiting for the bus, try to describe what you see in English in your mind. The sky is blue. The bus is coming. That man is wearing a red hat. This is a great way to train your brain even if you are not speaking out loud.
Let's talk about tip number 5. Use pictures, not translations. When you learn a new word, try to connect it to a picture in your mind, not a word in your own language. For example, when you learn the word apple, imagine a red apple, not the word in your own language. This helps your brain make direct connections in English.
Let's try a simple exercise together. Sarah, I'll say a word, and you tell me what picture comes to your mind. Ready?
Ready.
Dog.
I see a small brown dog running in the park.
Book.
I see a blue book on a wooden table.
Coffee.
I see a hot cup of coffee with steam rising.
That's perfect. For everyone listening, you can do this exercise with any word you learn. The more you connect words to pictures, the faster your brain will think in English.
Now, let's talk about listening practice. Listening is one of the best ways to train your brain. When you listen to real English, your brain gets used to the sounds, the rhythm, and the way words go together. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain is learning.
That's true, Sarah. When I was learning, I listened to English podcasts and songs every day. At first, I didn't understand much, but after a few weeks, I started to recognize words and phrases. It made me feel more confident, and I started to think in English more often.
Let's do a short listening practice now. I'll tell a simple story in English. Listen and try to picture the story in your mind.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Okay. Anna wakes up early in the morning. She opens her window and sees the sun. She makes a cup of tea and sits by the window. She thinks about her day and smiles. Anna feels happy and ready to start her day.
That's a nice story, Sarah. For everyone listening, did you see Anna in your mind? Did you picture the sun, the tea, the window? This is how you train your brain to think in English, by listening and imagining.
And you can do this with any story, anytime. Listen, imagine, and let your brain make pictures in English.
Let's talk about another important part, speaking. Many learners feel nervous when they try to speak English. They worry about making mistakes or not finding the right words. But the more you speak, the easier it gets.
That's right, Maha. And you don't need a partner to practice. You can talk to yourself in English. Describe what you are doing. I am making breakfast. I am washing the dishes. I am going to the store. This helps your brain get used to thinking and speaking in English.
Sarah, do you remember a time when you felt nervous about speaking English?
Oh, yes, Jack. When I first moved to London, I was afraid to speak in shops or on the bus. I worried that people wouldn't understand me, but I decided to try anyway. I started with small sentences like, "One coffee, please," or "Where is the station?" Every time I spoke, I felt a little more confident. Now, I don't worry at all.
That's a great story, Sarah. For everyone listening, remember that confidence comes with practice. The more you speak, the more natural it will feel.
Let's talk about thinking in English during conversations. When you talk to someone, try to listen and answer in English, not your first language. If you don't know a word, use simple words or explain what you mean. For example, if you don't know the word umbrella, you can say, "the thing you use when it rains." This keeps your brain working in English.
That's a smart tip, Sarah. And if you get stuck, it's okay to pause and think. You don't have to speak fast. Take your time and focus on communicating your idea.
Let's do a short conversation practice. Jack, I'll ask you some questions and you answer in English using simple words.
Sounds good.
Okay. What did you eat for breakfast today?
I ate toast with butter and a banana.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to read books and go for walks in the park.
What is your favorite season?
My favorite season is spring because the weather is nice and the flowers bloom.
Great answers, Jack. For everyone listening, you can practice these questions and answers by yourself. The more you practice, the easier it will be to think in English.
Sarah, let's talk about another challenge. Sometimes learners feel tired or lose motivation. What can they do to keep going?
That's a good question, Jack. When you feel tired, try to do something small in English. Listen to a song, watch a short video, or read a few sentences. Even a little practice helps your brain stay active in English.
And remember, it's okay to take breaks. Learning a language is a long journey. Some days are easy, some days are hard. The important thing is to keep moving forward, even if it's just a small step.
Let's share some motivational stories. Jack, do you know anyone who trained their brain to think in English and saw big results?
Yes, Sarah, I have a friend named Maria. She started learning English 2 years ago. At first, she always translated in her head, but she decided to change her routine. She listens to English podcasts every morning, wrote her shopping list in English, and talked to herself in English every night. After 6 months, she noticed she was thinking in English without trying. Now, she speaks fluently and feels confident.
That's inspiring, Jack. For everyone listening, remember that you can do it too. With practice and patience, your brain will learn to think in English.
Sarah, what about you? Do you have a story to share?
Yes, Jack. I once taught a student named Ahmed. He was shy and always used his first language to think. We started with small steps, naming objects, describing actions, and listening to short stories. After a few months, Ahmed started to answer questions in English without translating. He was so happy and proud of himself. It showed me that anyone can train their brain to think in English.
That's wonderful, Sarah. For everyone listening, remember that progress takes time. Celebrate every small victory and keep practicing.
Let's review what we've talked about so far. We learned why our brains translate, how to make new connections, and how to use listening, speaking, and thinking exercises to train our brains. We shared real stories and simple tips to help you on your journey.
And we're not finished yet. In the next part, we'll talk about more advanced tips, answer common questions, and practice more conversations to help you think and speak in English with confidence.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue our journey to train your brain to think and speak in English naturally. In this section, we'll explore more practical tips and practice conversations that will help you build confidence and fluency.
That's right, Sarah. One important thing to remember is that thinking in English doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and consistent practice. But with the right habits, your brain will start to switch from translating to thinking directly in English.
Exactly. One way to help this process is to use English in your daily life as much as possible. For example, when you're cooking, try to describe the steps in English. Say to yourself, I am cutting the vegetables, or I am boiling water. This simple habit helps your brain connect English words with actions.
Another great tip is to label things around your home with English words. Put sticky notes on objects like door, window, chair, or mirror. Every time you see the word, say it out loud and think about the object. This helps your brain build a strong vocabulary linked to real things.
And don't forget to practice listening every day. Listening to English podcasts, songs, or watching videos helps your brain get used to the sounds and rhythm of English. Even if you don't understand every word, your brain is learning patterns and pronunciation.
Sarah, what about speaking practice? How can learners practice speaking when they don't have a partner?
Great question, Jack. You can practice speaking by talking to yourself. Describe your day, your plans, or your feelings in English. For example, today I will study English for 30 minutes, or I feel happy because the sun is shining. Speaking out loud helps your brain get used to forming sentences in English.
Another idea is to record yourself speaking. Listen to the recording and notice your pronunciation and fluency. It's a great way to track your progress and find areas to improve.
Let's do a short conversation practice now. I'll ask you some questions, and you answer in English. This will help you think and respond naturally.
Sounds good.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to read books and watch movies in English.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is pizza. I like cheese and vegetables on it.
Where do you want to travel?
I want to travel to England and visit London.
Great answers, Jack. For everyone listening, try to answer these questions in your own words. It's okay if your sentences are short or simple. The important thing is to practice thinking and speaking in English.
Sarah, sometimes learners feel nervous about making mistakes. What advice do you have for them?
It's normal to feel nervous, Jack. But remember, mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake helps you improve. Don't be afraid to speak, even if you make errors. The more you practice, the more confident you will become.
That's encouraging, Sarah. I also think it helps to focus on communication, not perfection. If people understand you, that's what matters most.
Absolutely. And if you don't know a word, try to explain it with other words. For example, if you don't know bicycle, you can say a vehicle with two wheels that you pedal. This keeps the conversation going and helps your brain think in English.
Let's talk about another useful technique, thinking in English during your daily activities. Sarah, can you give some examples?
Sure. When you're walking, try to describe what you see. The sky is blue. The trees are green. The birds are singing. When you're shopping, think about the items you want to buy in English. I need apples, bread, and milk. This trains your brain to use English naturally.
That's a great way to practice without needing extra time. You can do it anytime, anywhere.
Exactly. And remember, it's okay if you don't say everything perfectly. The goal is to get your brain used to thinking in English.
Let's do a quick listening exercise now. I'll say a short story and you try to imagine it in your mind.
Go ahead, Jack.
Tom wakes up early. He opens the window and sees the sun. He drinks a cup of coffee and reads a book. Tom feels happy and ready for the day.
Did you picture Tom's morning? This kind of listening practice helps your brain connect English words with images and ideas.
For everyone listening, try to listen to short stories or simple English videos every day. It will help you think in English faster.
Let's talk about motivation. Learning a language can be hard, and sometimes you feel like giving up. What can learners do to stay motivated?
One thing that helps me is to remember my goals. Why did I start learning English? Maybe it's for a better job, travel, or to talk to new friends. When I think about my goals, I feel motivated to keep going.
Another tip is to celebrate small successes. Did you learn a new word today? Did you understand a sentence? Celebrate it. Every small step is progress.
And don't forget to take breaks when you need them. Rest helps your brain stay fresh and ready to learn.
Let's share a story about motivation. I had a student named Lena. She was very busy with work and family. Sometimes she felt too tired to study, but she made a plan to practice English for just 10 minutes every day. After a few months, she was surprised at how much she improved. She said, even small steps can lead to big changes.
That's inspiring, Sarah. For everyone listening, remember that consistency is more important than time. Even a little practice every day helps your brain learn.
Let's review what we've learned today. We talked about why our brains translate, how to train your brain to think in English, and how to practice listening and speaking. We shared tips for motivation and real stories to inspire you.
And we practiced simple conversations to help you think and speak naturally. Keep practicing, and your brain will get stronger every day.
Thank you so much for staying with us and practicing today. Remember, learning to think and speak in English is a journey, and every small step you take brings you closer to your goal.
That's right, Sarah. Don't be discouraged if you feel tired or if progress seems slow. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep training your brain. Over time, you will see amazing improvements.
We hope this episode gave you useful tip and motivation to continue your English learning journey. You are not alone. We're here with you every step of the way.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Dream Speak English, like the video, and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.
Keep practicing, stay positive, and don't give up. Your English will get better every day.
See you next time on Dream Speak English. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.